Palm Springs is fine. Here's the thing. It's not bad, but you've probably seen it before, and I honestly only half mean that as a joke. Palm Springs stars the mother from How I Met Your Mother, and lucky for her, a guy who loves mothers. So, Palm Springs follows the Groundhog Day formula. And the Groundhog Day formula at this point has become a yearly tradition where at some point, some movie comes out that tries to give their own spin on the person is stuck in an infinite time loop scenario. In past years, we've seen Happy Death Day 2, both of which, admittedly, I actually really like. Russian Doll is another example of something that also used this formula. And goddamn it, Russian Doll does not need a second season. Netflix, not everything needs a second season. The first season of Russian Doll tied everything up perfectly. You don't need to put out more episodes. Sorry about that, a little off track. Here's my issue with Palm Springs. It's just okay. And I think that it had a chance to be great. One of the issues that every Groundhog Day story runs into right away is the why. You always end up wondering, or at least I do, why is this happening? And unfortunately, it seems like most of these films have to answer that question. They can't leave you hanging on the logic aspect of why any of this is happening. Palm Springs sort of answers this question, but it's also more of a film that's trying to be a character study between two people who are trapped in this loop instead of just one. Except I guess Russian Doll also did that, but again, this is not, it's just that it only needed one season. Okay, stop watching right now or skip ahead if you don't want any spoilers, because I'm about to spoil a major part of this film, and specifically why I had kind of an issue with it / somewhat of a disappointment. I think that Nyles should have known how to get out of the loop. So hear me out on this. During the film, we find out that he doesn't necessarily know how to get out of the loop, but he doesn't want to. He is okay with reliving the same day over and over. Now, we don't really know why. We can kind of just assume that his life sucked before all this happened, and he would prefer to stay in this loop as long as possible. But I think it kind of hurts the story that he isn't the one who also knows how to end the loop at any moment and is just choosing not to. Cristin Milioti's character ends up being the reason that they figure out how to end the loop. She learns quantum physics in about, a few days, which is kind of hilarious. It just seems like that's something that would have taken way longer and is also highly unlikely. But again, look, we're in a science fiction film, so you have to kind of suspend your disbelief. It just, to me, would have meant a lot more of Nyles' character, who they already pre-established that he did lie to her about the fact that they never met before. It seems like he was set up perfectly to also lie about the fact that he does, in fact, know how to get out of this loop and is just choosing not to, versus not knowing at all and just being kind of at peace with the fact that this may go on forever. Also, is the grandma part of the loop? We don't really know. They sort of hint that she might be, but they don't really go back to it. Tough to know who else is stuck in the loop. Again, this was an example of something where they hinted at something more, but unless they were planning on a sequel, which doesn't seem likely, I'm a little confused why they even bothered to try to expand this idea of more people being stuck in this time loop and choosing not to end it or not caring if it ever ends. I guess I just think that the film could have done a little bit more with this concept. This is something that we've seen done a lot by films in the past, and this had a really great opportunity to change it or switch it up in a way that would have been sort of thought-provoking, where if you could stop the loop, but it would send you back to a life you weren't enjoying living, would you choose to just stay living the same day over and over? I guess I just think that would have been an interesting direction to go in It's not the direction they chose. I think the film is 100% the vision that they had for it, and that's great. Anytime a film comes out that is very clearly what they wanted it to be, that's a huge win. The film definitely checks all the boxes. It's well acted, it's well shot, it looks really good. J.K. Simmons is in it, and he's yelling, which is always a huge win. I guess I just feel like they had a lot of potential to take a step forward in this Groundhog Day formula, and they chose to kind of be okay with not touching it too much. But, again, I guess it just feels like this premise has been done over and 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 over, that they had a lot of opportunities here to do something more, but it's still enjoyable. And Andy Samberg is really great, and the mother from How I Met Your Mother never should have been killed off How I Met Your Mother in season 9. Okay, I'm trying to stay focused. Let me know what you guys thought. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I guess I was just hoping it would be a little bit more forward thinking, since this is a genre or a type of movie that we've seen done a lot in the past. Let me know what you guys thought. Thanks for watching.